Welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and remember the Alamo Dome is home to the Roadrunners of UTSA, and we are fired up to get this game underway. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas State Bobcats, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the UTSA Roadrunners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bobcats will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So UTSA's offense takes the field for the first time today. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want...
Running toward the tape. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Larson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Tackled immediately after the catch. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive. So it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. away from the defender. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They have had to wear that beatdown since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He'll pull it down and run. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Now on second down. They go to the counter. Tackled after picking up the first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, dude.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Jackson will throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched the sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Back to throw, it's Fisher. Pressure coming. He's got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Back open in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's got it at the 30. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UT San Antonio.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback on the keeper. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Bobcats are in the hurry up.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type plays, these RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays, and just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making the right decisions intuitively and quickly.
Defense, we're always trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. Jackson going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end could.
Touchdown, UTSA! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. He'll bring it out. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the Roadrunners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Roadrunner. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They got the ball in great field position and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Larson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Trying to get behind the defense. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement, and they're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Fisher. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, the things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here comes the option. Now the toss. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense punches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to the Sharks. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Jackson will throw. Unloads it left. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Martin. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. 3rd down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Fisher. He'll pull it down. Oh, what a cut! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Roadrunners will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Larson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Fires to the big fella. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? And the Bobcats decide to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to the ground game on the left. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Roadrunners in the hurry-up.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the...
Open runway ahead. Touchdown, UTSA! And the stomping has commenced. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that,
off he goes. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Going for the big play. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Facing a third down and short from the 26. The play action fake. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on target this time. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Roadrunners are marching down the field. Scanning the field, it's Fisher. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
The Roadrunners come to the line with a new set of downs.
Pound 55 weak.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Got his man on the outside. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Roadrunners. And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado is taking on the form of its beloved Ralphie. They are running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up by 38 over the Royals. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll run play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
29-50.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Brings it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. He was oh so close to wrapping up this third quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's UTSA holding the edge. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. First down to start the drive after the break. Movement here from the tight end. Power football with the run. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just feeds the running back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Takes it from the gun on third down. Got it! He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
3:25.
They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. They're on the left hash. You'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. A fair catch called for and made. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This offense will find different ways to get their backs involved. It's not just tailbacks, but how about the fullback there? He makes a catch just for a few yards to help keep this drive going.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking for a man. It's Fisher. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he... sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
They're bringing heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
He's got him, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play. Play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. And the punishment has been extended.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out in the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He's got an open man. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Bobcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end and that speed off the edge?
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a 1st down.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He'll let one go down the right side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. And the Roadrunners want to pick up the tempo. On second down, looking to throw. Touchdown, UTSA! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Southern Miss is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 12 over Boston College. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Offense getting set for first down.
3:25.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Roadrunners! And the pummeling has started.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Got the back over the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Got his man on the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.